By the early 1990s, Somalia was a country in which central authority had collapsed. Heavily armed gangs dominated the streets and the countryside. War and drought together led to famine. Desperately needed food supplied by international aid efforts were often stolen by bandits and competing warlords, and an estimated 2 million Somalis had been displaced from their homes. In 1992, the international community attempted to provide some relief for Somalia through the United Nations operation in Somalia, which began to arrive in the country in July. In October, the Australian government sent elements of a 30-person movement control unit to Somalia to coordinate transport for the UN ceasefire monitoring mission. From December 1992, Australia contributed to a battalion group, more than 1,000 personnel, to a US-led and UN-sanctioned operation, seeking to restore order and allow humanitarian organisations to deliver aid. The Australian contingent, based around the 1st Battalion Royal Australian Regiment, took over an area of 17,000 square kilometres, centred on the town of Baidoa, known at the time as the City of Death. They maintained security in the town and patrolled in the surrounding countryside, also escorting over 400 aid convoys to 137 villages. The tense patrols took their toll on the Australians, who routinely stalked through the dark and ruined streets of the Somali town, surrounded by hostile and armed bandits. One officer later wrote that despite the hardships, their bravery and professionalism were true testimony to the Anzac legend. Australia continued its commitment to Somalia in an expanded United Nations relief operation until the bulk of its forces left in 1994. The operation allowed crops to be sown and business to start up again. Efforts were also made to seize some of the multitude of weapons available to the warring clans and to re-establish local policing and justice. Despite the large-scale effort, the international community was unable to resolve the long-standing problems in Somalia. As the situation in the country continued to deteriorate, UN troops were completely withdrawn by March 1995.